Hey everybody, what is up? This is Mr. Extrodin back with yet another video. This is African Frame Podcast. I'm not alone as usual. I'm with a writer. Look, I just want to make it clear. He's an author. He's a screenwriter. He's a director. Right? So I just want to make that clear. He has a book out called June's War. Please do check it out. This is his fourth book. If you've watched our video recently, you'll realize that this was actually a clip that we uploaded at the end there. So if that's your cup of tea, do check it out. Even if it's not, I'm sure you do know someone that would enjoy this. It's only $50. The link is in the description below. You can get it on Google Play. And yeah, what is African Frame? African Frame is basically a podcast where we dissect movies. Think about how you used to like find DVD commentary. So what we do is basically narrate the story, break it down, give you like trivia, behind the scenes stuff, the cast, the director, and some of the things that we find interesting, our theories on certain things, and so on. Yeah, that's basically it. But do let us know your thoughts on our take. If you have your take as well, please do comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon so that you can get notified of any other projects that we might do in the future. But yeah, I am Mr. Extrodin, by the way. And I also have another podcast called Africa is Next, where we dissect anime series. We have done Bleach, we have done Naruto, we're currently doing Bakuman, and we've done other anime. You can check that out, like Pluto and stuff. So yeah, anyway, today we're going to be doing The Mummy that came out in 1997, I believe. And it's actually a remake. Sorry, it came out in 1999.
Yes.
But it's a remake of the 1932 film by Carl Freund. I hope I'm not butchering his name, but Carl was a German, Bohemian, and American cinematographer and director. He's known for photographing Metropolis, which came out in 1927, Dracula, which came out in 1931, and I Love Lucy, the television series. You remember the television series with, what's her name, this lady again? She is recently played by Nicole Kidman. What's her name again? Why am I forgetting her?
Marilyn Monroe?
No, Lucille Ball.
Okay.
Yeah. And it says that Freund was an inventor in the field of cinematography, often noted for pioneering the unchained camera technique, arguably the most important stylistic innovation of the 20th century, setting the stage for some of the most commonly used cinematic techniques of modern contemporary cinema. So yeah, that is Carl Freund, who basically, yeah, came up with the first iteration of the mummy. Yeah. But anyway, the film stars Brendan Fraser. We spoke about Brendan Fraser in the past. He currently won an Oscar award for The Whale.
Yeah.
And he was in like Looney Tunes Back in Action. He was in George of the Jungle. He was in
California Man is a classic that I loved growing up.
What's that?
California Man, where he's like a caveman, and then he comes to.
Yeah, caveman. I think there's a scene where he's like chows a frog raw, bro.
Yeah.
My favorite one is Blast from the Past. That's my favorite film from this guy.
Oh, nice. What about Bedazzled?
I haven't watched Bedazzled. Is it good?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's the one where he makes a deal with the devil and he gets given 7 wishes, and all 7 wishes go horribly wrong. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah.
But also he did this. I like what's this movie? Crash. It was also in Crash.
The overrated Crash.
Yeah, man. At a point, this guy was on a roll, eh?
Yeah.
Was on a roll.
But yeah,
I
he
think,
got sick, basically. I think there's a lot of things that kind of come together there.
yeah.
Kind of led to a bit of a downfall. Funny enough, including the mummy, actually. Because he got seriously hurt during the mummy, and some of these things that he was
Wait,
doing
the first
really
one
good
or
stunts.
which
Huh?
one? Which?
Both. Both. Like, for example, the hanging scene.
There's three. It's three of them, right? Not.
Yeah, it's three of them, but is he in the third one? Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor isn't there?
But yeah, I think it's basically the first two because, like, in the first one, he nearly dies. You know the hanging scene?
Yeah.
He nearly died there for real. And
Yeah, no,
yeah,
it makes sense, though, because that scene was way too real, though.
but yeah, he had to be resuscitated. He basically had to, yeah.
He passed out.
Well, yeah, you can stopped breathing. Let's put it like that. He stopped breathing.
Oh.
Not on the same level as passed out, but yeah, I know in one of the injuries he had to go have surgery. So yeah, he took a beating for that, for this movie, definitely.
Was he doing his own stunts?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but you can tell, man, like he put his heart and soul into this thing. I guess that's why I mean, let's not lie. It's one of his breakout.
Yes. Ironically, it's the Tom Cruise, even though Tom Cruise made his own Mummy remake, this was like the Tom Cruise, he was the Tom Cruise of that time, you know what I mean? Like doing all this, he was trying to be the next big action star.
Right.
Yeah.
And also like, okay, so just going back to this franchise, I mean, it spawned like the Scorpion King spin-offs.
Oh yeah.
I think there's like, how many Scorpion Kings are there now? Like 7?
5 or something. I don't even know. I think it might be 7. I think you're right.
Yeah, it's a lot, dog. It's a lot. Because I think Peltusi is it's in one of them. And apparently there's gonna be a reboot with, yeah, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, like being a producer and everything.
Oh my god.
But you're right, so far it's 5. And then there was also an animated series. I think it's about the events that happen after the second film.
That makes sense. But in my opinion, I would rather, yes, you're right. In my opinion, I would rather just do a sequel. They could really just do another one.
Another what, Mummy?
Yeah. Don't do a reboot, just do a sequel.
I don't know, man.
And then have him have a son. Have him have a son, and then he does it with his son. And then bring all the characters back. Because no one's died. Okay, no, some of them, okay, besides him.
But he does have a son, Mos.
I believe so.
Yeah, in The Mummy Returns, he has a son. Remember?
Full-grown one. No, man.
In the third one, yeah. In the third one, the son is full grown.
We're all gonna pretend the third one didn't happen, dog. Pretend the third one didn't happen.
Okay, but still, in the second one, he does have a son. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just do it like that, and I think it would be cool because I really do think, like, I forgot how good this movie was. Like, it really held up, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it still holds up right now. Actually, yeah. I think it's just that obviously the CGI doesn't age well.
Yeah.
But
the CGI looks terrible now. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's horrendous. It's just that it's obvious. You know what I mean? It's
very PlayStation 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know what's going on what happened with the third one. Oh man, it's a travesty. Like it's I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know what happened there, honestly. I really don't know. But anyway, I guess that's why they didn't continue with this after the third one. But anyway, then we have Rachel Weisz. I hope I'm not butchering her surname.
I'd say it's Weisz, but yeah, Weisz works too.
I mean, she's the wife of Daniel Craig. She was in Constantine.
Yes.
The one with Keanu Reeves. She was also in Definitely Maybe, the one with what's that pool's name again?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yes. She was in About a Boy. She was in The Black Widow.
Yep, the mother, yeah. Even though she looks.
She looks?
She looks incredibly young. Like even now, she ages like wine.
Dude, she's amazing. Like she looks amazing. I don't know how she does it, but yeah. She was also in Oz the Great and Powerful.
And Lobster. These are movies I have not seen. I feel like she's just done a bunch of movies that I haven't seen besides Born Legacy. That's a good one.
I haven't seen The Born Legacy.
You haven't seen? Okay. Painful.
Yeah, look, her film choices are, I guess you could say, obscure. It's like she doesn't really like doing like these.
Yeah. About the Boy is something I watched, definitely. Right? But yeah, you're right. Some of these, like I got excited when they're like Deep Blue Sea. Like there's one here that says Deep, and I was like, I remember her in that movie. Who was she?
Wait, was she in Deep Blue Sea?
Nah, it turns out it's another movie entirely.
Oh.
The one we're thinking of is a different movie. The one with Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, and LJ, yeah.
Turns out, no, it's some art film.
No, I know nothing about that one.
Yeah, Lovely Bones. Okay, that one was not obscure, but some people know that one. Aragon, fine, definitely decent. The Fountain, I remember her in. Envy, not a bad. Okay, no, it was a terrible movie, but I enjoyed it a lot. The one with Jack Black.
Aragon, I think, is a movie that I need to watch. I've never watched it. With Jack Black.
Yeah. Envy is Jack Black. Aragon is John Malkovich. Aragon is, I think it's either the.
Oh yeah, I remember Envy. The one about the poop. Where does the poop go?
Yes, where does the poop go? Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Who was he? Was she someone's wife there?
I believe so. Yes, I believe she was a part of the. I think she was either Ben Stiller's wife, or she was Jack Black's wife. I can't remember correctly.
Or she was Ben Stiller's wife.
Yeah. And the whole thing was crazy.
That's when like Hollywood just, I think, just like doing a lot. Remember at a point comedy was like the genre.
Yes.
So writing stuff about where poop goes, I mean, it wouldn't be done today. Even if it was to be done, it wouldn't hit. It would be on Netflix, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, man, just a tiny tangent. Did you hear what's happening in Stykinico?
No, what?
They're basically closing down at least 9 or something of their branches.
Ah, gosh.
Is it 9 or more than 9? Something like that. 9 or 19.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, look, I think since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 9 cinemas. Since the pandemic, it was bound to happen.
But I mean, look, remember Top Gun? I made a major comeback. People came back to theaters for that. There's a lot of movies that it's just 170 Rand for new Metro tickets, bro.
Yeah.
170 Rand. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm a new Metro person, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
I think for me, because I used to watch Stykinico a lot, but the difference for me between New Metro and Stykinico is with Stykinico, it just feels like it's too loud because it's a lot of people and it seems like it's a small space.
Also, what neighborhoods were the Stykinico's in? Don't forget about that. Like I remember the one in town. That one's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's what the one that I used to go to. The one by
Arcadia.
Arcadia. Yeah.
That was a nightmare. That was awful. I remember
watching that's the one I think was too gay. Like, not that it's a bad. Please don't get me wrong.
It's a bad theater. No.
It's too ghetto for me, dog. You know what I mean?
I remember once the chairs were so sensitive. Some guy was resting his feet against the back of the chair, and I could feel the brand of his shoes. I could feel how much they cost.
How?
Because of how thin the chairs were. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's bad. No, I'm not necessarily talking about the quality of the actual like theaters, or just talking about like the experience or the overall experience where you feel like everybody's commenting on each scene. Hey, no, get in there. It just felt like that, even though it didn't happen like that all the time. But I just feel like I got a nicer experience at New Metro. This is no paid ad, by the way. Just our experiences. Yeah.
I agree with you. And don't forget about, I remember in town they charged you to use the toilet. There was a coin machine.
Yeah.
That's wild. So first of all, you can't go in the first opening weeks of a movie, because if you do, it's going to be the loudest you've ever seen it. So you got to go like when the movie's like leaving, basically.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you said, it's going to be.
There's like no one in there. It's like a few people are only watching this thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Then no point in even looking for your ticket anymore, because just go sit down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. It's sad though, because I mean, but also I think times have changed, man. Some people are just like, look, I'm not gonna go watch this movie. I'll rather wait 2 months for it to be on streaming services.
Almost I spent 120 rand, and that's excluding popcorn, that's excluding the parking, that's excluding transport, petrol, all these things. And then for a movie, I can just wait.
Yeah, and watch like on Netflix and pause whenever I want.
Yeah.
You know, or Disney Plus or whatever. So streaming has changed the game, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also thanks to Netflix, there's a lot less big movies out there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just feel like the film industry has really, really changed.
And funny enough, The Mummy kind of proves my point here. I was going to talk about it later.
Okay.
But we discussed it in Street Fighter. Where we talk about the set design.
Yes.
It's like a full room that could have been lived in. Nowadays, it's like movies don't have enough stuff. Like a room doesn't feel full and lived in anymore. Things don't feel as real as they used to in the past. Like you'll see in The Mummy, like in The Mummy, there's life within this room. Like there's bookshelves, look like they have books.
A lot of stuff happens in this movie, though.
Yeah, like there's a whole. You see there's a helicopter shot and like a crane shot or a helicopter shot, and they're riding horses, and you're like, that is real. The other stuff is CGI, but this is real.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to actually. We'll get there when we get there, because I also noticed that. I'm like, we haven't seen such in a long time. You know?
Because CGI does it now.
That's true. But yeah, man, it's sad. What's happening to Stakinico? Hopefully, I mean, I think it even went to business rescue at a point in 2020 or 2021.
Well, I hope they recover, because
I hope so too.
If there's only one cinema, then we're in trouble, because as soon as there's a monopoly, then New Metro is going to start becoming a bad theater to watch.
Yeah,
monopolies always cause whoever's the person to lose their quality automatically. It's like magic.
Yeah, because there's no competition.
Yeah.
So there's no need
to
improve on your services or anything.
They'll just increase the price without adding anything, and then whatever breaks will stay broken. Because what are you going to do? Go somewhere else? So monopolies are always bad.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Yeah.
But anyway, good luck to you guys, man. Hopefully you guys recover.
Yep. How was Rachel Weisz?
Yeah, so Rachel Weisz, I think we mentioned some of the movies. About a Boy, I'm yet to watch it properly. I know it has Hugh Grant. And this kid who's now becoming the new Lex Luthor. What's his name again? He was very young then.
The Road guy. The guy from Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, he was also Beast in the X-Men.
Yes, Young Beast. Yes.
Prequel, yeah. And I know him very well. It's just that my memory is just not. I think I'm getting old.
He was also in that new Nicolas. I can't really say new, but old Nicolas Cage.
Oh, that Dracula thing, no?
Yeah, Renfield.
He was also like in Jack and the Beanstalk, wasn't he?
You could be right there.
You remember the Jack and the Beanstalk, but it was like more of a horror-ish type of.
I think you're right. Yes.
Nicholas Hoult.
There we go.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and then you have John Hannah.
Yep.
I only know him from here and from Spartacus. Like I don't know his other stuff. But
he's in a funeral, absolutely. I can't remember who he is in Hurricane. That one's a bit of a surprise to me.
What's Hurricane about?
It's the one with Pedeza Washington, about the real life story about the boxer who was falsely accused of murder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming he was one of the lawyer characters, I'm sure you remember, he was the doctor who spoke in the first few minutes of the Last of Us movie. A TV series, sorry.
I've never watched The Last of Us.
Have you seen the trailer with that doctor who's like, guys, we need to be careful about fungus because it's a real thing, and then it's like a little temp thing. It's very nice.
No.
It's a nice little scene that like sets up The Last of Us. But yeah, great little scene. Don't have to watch the whole movie. Just a clip. But yeah, great stuff.
Apparently, he came in prominence in Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Yeah, of course. That movie blew everyone up in that movie, man. That was a masterpiece. Absolutely. But you'd be crazy not to know him from Spartacus, I think.
Yeah. Well, who was it? Dominos.
Yes.
What else did he do?
Resurrection Man. Something that
he was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Holden Ratcliffe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the rest more obscure stuff.
He was in a series called Trust Me, and he was in a romantic comedy called Overboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he was in Black Mirror. I'm not sure what episode though, but I know he was in Black Mirror, definitely.
Pardon?
Black Mirror. An episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, was he there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you have Arnold Vosloo.
Yes.
Man. Huh?
The South African, he was in G.I. Joe, yeah.
Yes, G.I. Joe, and he was also in Hard Target. Rando. And then he was in G.I. Joe.
Yep. Under Siege 2, Steven Seagal. That was some SCPC 1 type shit.
Oh, he was in Darkman 2. I didn't even know there was a Darkman 2. I know the first one. Oh.
Yeah, I know Darkman 1 as well.
The first one by Liam Neeson, right?
Yes.
Oh, so he replaced Liam Neeson in the second one.
I guess so. And then, of course, Blood Diamond. Everyone knows him in Blood Diamond as the South African. He played as African in that one, at least. The mercenary.
Yeah, and then he was in J. Joe, The Rise of Cobra.
Yeah, that's so nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know why he's not as big as Charlize Theron.
No Oscars.
I mean, he's big, don't get me wrong.
Stuff.
Huh?
He's been in more stuff by far. Like,
yeah.
24, I loved him. He was basically the main bad guy in one of the 24 seasons.
He made it before Charlize Theron.
Yeah, long before, definitely.
So I don't understand why he's just not.
That one I couldn't tell you, man. But he's in so many things. Agent Cozy Banks even, and Charmed.
Hey, dude. He's even in like animated films, like DC animated films. Yeah. He's in like Superman, Shazam, The Return of Black Adam as Black Adam.
Because he's got a great voice, I think.
Yeah, he's Eben Sur in Green Lantern Emerald Knight. He's in All-Star Superman, but also he's so good. Like, I don't know, would you say he sounds American?
No, not at all.
But does he sound South African?
Yes. He just doesn't sound like a boer, of course, but he does sound
intentionally, yes. Like depending on his role, yes. But
yeah.
Like, let me give you an example. When he's voicing Eben Sur, I don't hear him speaking. I don't hear a South African accent.
To be fair, I don't know that one, but G.I. Joe, yeah, he sounds.
Yeah, G.I. Joe, yeah, definitely.
South African. Black obviously goes without saying that Blood Diamond, it sounds African. He's playing as African there.
Yeah.
But Under Siege, because normally what will happen is they'll make him play a Muslim, even in 24. They just want that deep voice, that like dark foreign voice.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound European, and I think he fits that. What he does is there's a gap where they want someone to sound foreign, but they don't want them to sound European, and I think he fills that gap perfectly. You know what I mean? Because like you say, it doesn't fully sound African, so it's not Charlo Copley. Right. Or remember those other South Africans in Elysium and District 9?
Yeah, I do know Charlo Copley.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the South Africans from Elysium and District 9, the other ones.
Oh, okay.
With him. And also in I think one of them was even in the ones that sound too South African. Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon, though. They sound too South African. See, there's a South African sound that exists, right?
No, I know exactly what you mean. like, we need to make it extremely clear, perfectly clear that you guys are South African, yeah.
These guys, Thunder is in their name somewhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have 3 pieces to their name. That's how Afrikaans they are. So, yeah. And I think he's slightly outside of that. Yeah. Because sometimes what happens is non-American and non-European actors will try to do a voice, and you can hear it sounds fake. And again, his one, that's his voice, so it sounds natural. So, like, for example, G.I. Joe, I don't think he actually plays as African. I don't know if that Zartan is African, but he sounds unique. And he always, even though he plays a bad guy so often, it sounds like he's having a great time. Especially
you can tell he likes playing the bad guy.
Yeah. Him and Johnny Trejo. I feel like the two of them have a lot in common.
Johnny who?
Trejo. Machete.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they have a lot in common in terms of having that bad guy look.
Yeah. And even when he plays a good guy, well, you do believe the good guy, that's for sure. But you like, this good guy probably went through a lot of ish, especially Danny Trejo. Yeah, it's like, dude, like in Spy Kids, you're like, okay, you're the uncle, but dang. And then you have Kevin J OConnor. I just don't know who this guy is. It's probably one of the American.
Oh, Benny.
Huh?
Benny. Okay. I have a feeling this one, you couldn't get away with this one today.
Oh yeah, Benny.
You can't get away with this one today. Because that is clearly Arab face. Because this nigga is clearly white.
You know who I thought he was actually, but I was like, no, but that guy is actually, he can't be this old.
Yeah.
You remember the guy? Do you remember what's that movie by Guy Ritchie? Not Snatch, the other one. Daddy Was a Wanker. With
Ox talking 2 loaded barrels.
Is it that one with Jared Butler and
Rock and Roller. Never mind.
Rock and Roller. You remember the kid in Rock and Roller?
Yeah.
Daddy was a wanker, like the son of the mafia boss.
Oh.
He played Victor Von Doom in that failed Fantastic Four film.
Oh, Fantastic, that guy. Oh, okay, no, yeah. I could see a resemblance there, definitely.
Yeah, I thought it was him.
Yeah, but nah, no ways.
Yeah, because that guy is clearly young, you know what I mean?
Way too young.
Yeah.
But definitely, I am impressed that he played Igor.
Oh, Toby Kebbell. Yeah. I thought it was Toby Kebbell, but no ways. Pardon?
I'm saying him playing Igor in Van Helsing is wild. Because I would not have recognized him.
Who?
This guy, Kevin J OConnor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played Igor.
Oh, wow.
You know what the Hugh Jackman Van Helsing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I think it's the makeup, man. The makeup makes you not recognize most of these people.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man, he was in a lot of things. Peggy Sue got married. Color of Night. The Master. Exorcism at 60,000 feet. Like, these sound like...
Yeah. He's got a nice, distinct face, I think. I think that works for him.
He was in Deep Rising.
Mm-hmm.
The Love Bug.
I just saying weird things.
Most of them don't sound like they are big stuff, if that makes sense.
I think the better one to mention is The Master, which is, of course, a masterpiece on its own. That is the movie that is directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, one of the best directors of all time, starring Joaquin Phoenix. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Another one, I'm trying to remember who he is in that, actually. That one's stressing me out. Brilliant. I'd have to watch it again.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that?
The Master. I'd have to watch it again to see who he is in that one.
Oh, okay.
He's also in... Oh, he's a blacklister. He's a blacklister.
What do you mean?
The Blacklist.
He is in the Blacklist.
Yes. You never watch Blacklist?
No.
Really? Okay. Widows. Also a great director there.
Look, man, if I'm being honest, for me, what's this guy? What's this James Spader?
Yeah.
For me, I already got my mind blown when I watched Boston Legal like more than 10 years ago. So the Blacklist for me, like his performance there, for me, it's like, okay, I already saw this when I was watching Ellen Shaw. You know what I mean?
That's painful.
Yeah, so like that's why I think I'm not even that interested in the Blacklist, because when people give him his praises now, I'm like, guys, this guy has been.
He's a different kind of bad guy, but I hear what you're trying to say. Yeah, the practice
No,
and
look,
possibly
Ellen Shaw was not necessarily a bad guy. I think he was actually.
well, in the practice is a bad guy.
Is he though?
Remember, he's the do anything lawyer, and they hate him for it.
Yeah, but he was like saving the practice, was he not? Like he made a lot of money.
He was the one making the most money, but
Yeah.
they hated everything he did to get that money. And then
Pardon?
eventually Danny Crane showed up and was like, I like you. And then, yeah.
Sorry, wait. And you're saying he did what?
He used to do whatever it took to
Yeah.
win the case. And they used to hate him for that. And he used to keep bringing sleazy cases.
Yeah.
They used to hate him for that. Then one day, and it's so great because they tried to sue him. There's a whole thing where they tried to sue him, basically.
Yes, I remember. Well, look, let me know if I remember. I saw a clip. That's why I want to watch the practice properly, so that I can go into Boston Legal and watch it properly again, and then watch Boston Public as well, because I know that there was Boston Public. You remember Boston Public?
I didn't know about Boston Public. I
It was about the school. It was a school. Yeah, but please continue. So Danny Crane then sees him, and then he defends him, right, from that case.
No, he just like comes in and then asks for his help. And then he's like, yeah, sure. And then he's like, you know what, I like you. And then he's like, I'm gonna buy him out. And he buys him, and then he goes, and then he leaves for Boston.
Yeah, but I promise you, when they were suing him, he defended him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he defended him. He was his lawyer, basically.
Yeah, and then they leave together, and that's how he leaves the practice.
But that's how the show ended, right? That's how the practice ended, basically.
I don't think it ended immediately after that. I think there's still another season. I'm not sure. I don't think it ended immediately.
Didn't he replace the main character?
No, in the practice.
Yeah, because remember in the practice initially it was this.
It was what's I don't know that guy's name.
What's that guy's name? But then he left. Then he came in. But you know, sometimes when series like this happen, it's like with CSI, where a big star comes in, they might be the main character, but they make sure that they're anti. Like that, they don't want to make that character similar to the guy that just left, if that makes sense. Because when Lawrence Fishburne came in CSI, he was not the same as the main character. It was not like Grisham.
I'd have to rewatch it though. I could have sworn that it ends afterwards, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense because it seems like that to me. I could be wrong, but it seems like that season was like the final season that eventually led to a backdoor pilot when Danny Crane.
I thought it happened. I thought you could be right. You could be right. I think I could be wrong on this one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but you see that just goes to show you how much like that was the thing back then. But you know, it's a different time.
Definitely, but that was huge at its time. Definitely.
Yeah. And then you have Jonathan Hyde. I think he's the one that plays the Egyptologist.
Yes.
He was in Anaconda. And then he was in Richie Rich. Remember Richie Rich, the film?
Yeah, of course. When I was a kid, that was my childhood. But the best one is got to be Jumanji. That is hilarious.
Is it Macaulay Culkin or something?
Macaulay Culkin, yes.
Sorry, what did you say about Jumanji?
No, I was saying no. We can carry on with Richie Rich first. It's fine.
Oh, I think we need. Dude, you know what I think we should do? We should revisit these. I'm not a fan of A movies anymore because I'm a lot older, obviously. But some of these movies, man, like Dennis the Menace, Richie Rich.
Oh yeah, The Mummy just proved itself. I think we should. I mean, that's what I do. I'm the one who brought up Beverly Hills Cop. Remember? Some of these movies.
But Beverly Hills Cop is not an A movie though. It's more like a, I don't know, PG-13 type of movie.
Oh, when you say A, you mean like all ages?
All ages, yeah. Oh, by A, you thought I meant like the best of the best.
Oh, something like that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no, some of these classics are good, definitely.
Pardon?
No, I'm saying, yeah, we could go over some of these classics. No worries there.
And he was in the OG Jumanji.
Yeah, of course. As one of the funniest roles in the world, as the hunter, I thought, even now he looks hilarious. So I thought, him as the hunter definitely stole the show there. But yeah, that's how I. Excuse me. That's how I remember him the most. But he's done a lot more stuff than that.
So wait, so Jumanji is still the same unit. There's the one from Robin Williams is the same universe as the Jumanji with the Rock.
Yes, technically, because basically, what the idea is that that no one plays board games anymore. So then, when the game realizes this, it becomes a video game in order to be played again.
Oh, okay. I know. I thought it was just a different universe altogether, like a reboot, remake.
There's a scene at the beginning of Jumanji that kind of explains what happens. Where they're like, I think the guys are cleaning a room or something like that, and then while he's talking, the game overhears him talking, and then it's like, oh no, you're right. So then it transfers its consciousness to a video game, and that's how the game, and then it ends up in a high school, and then they plug it in, and that's how the first Jumanji movie starts. Kids in detention, the Breakfast Club.
Oh, and I see there's Zathura, a space adventure. It's also related.
That one is its own separate universe, yes.
Yeah, but it's related still. It's like what do they call it? A standalone spin-off of Jumanji. But anyway.
Yeah.
I guess that's the cast, man. Some of these American guys, I don't know them. Oh, okay. I think maybe I need to mention someone very important.
You're gonna say Omid Djalili.
Pardon?
Omid Djalili, or who?
Who's that?
And also Eric Avari is also pretty big, and also Abed Fair, man.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with Abed because I remember him from Deuce Bigelow.
That's how I remember him.
Hey, fishy. And he was also in Resident Evil.
Yep.
Seems like he was in almost all the Resident Evils.
Yeah. It's 2, 3, and technically I guess 7, 6, because that wasn't even worth mentioning. But yeah.
Is he like what the second main character?
Huh?
What is he? Is he like the second main character?
No. Okay. In the first movie, you think he is. In the second movie, you think he is. He kind of is, actually. No. Second lead. You can give him that in number 2. But then in number 3, he basically he's basically almost, I think, not in it. Wait, it's number 3 Extinction. Straight. I think 3 is Extinction. In which case, yeah, he is in it a lot. And then number 4, he's not in it because he's dead. He dies in 3. And then in 5, he's also not in it. Then 6, he shows up, I believe, as a proper character. But even then, the biggest roles are 2 and 3.
I remember he was in a series called UC Undercover. You remember UC Undercover?
Does ring a bell.
It was just one season though. I wonder why it didn't.
I don't know.
I just thought he was just cool, man. For me, he's just a
cool guy, dude.
He's just so cool, man. He's just so. I just don't know why he didn't blow up as he should have. He should have been up there with all of them.
Of course, because he's a fucking beautiful man. This man.
He was like good-looking dude, man. Yeah. He was in Quantico, Once Upon a Time, NCIS. He was in Justice League Unlimited. He was in Young Justice. He was in Batman: The Brave and the Bold. He was in V. He was in Hulk Smash. These are the series that he was in. He was in Sleeper Cell and Sleeper Cell American Terror. And then film-wise, he was, like I said, Deuce Bigelow and Resident Evil, to name a few. And then you have Patricia Vasquez. I don't know how to pronounce
that one.
I think it's Latin though, Spanish. I don't know, Velasquez or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Give me.
Velasquez should be about right. Sounds yeah.
Yeah. So she was in The Mummy and The Mummy Returns.
Yes.
She was basically the love interest for Imhotep, and she was in Mindhunters, which is a movie I'd like us to actually review. And then Eric Avari was in Heroes. He was like Mahindra Suresh's father.
Yeah.
They actually wanted to make him like the Suresh, the main Suresh, but I think they decided then. I think Tim Kring then decided he wanted Suresh to be a bit younger. They got the other actor to play that role.
Yeah.
He was in Home Alone 4. He was in The Chosen. He was in Stargate. He's one of those guys who usually plays smart characters.
Oh yeah, professors and stuff like that. Definitely.
Professor, yeah, like I don't think I've ever seen him in a role where he wasn't a smart character.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah. He was in NYPD Blue, Elias, Felicity, NCIS Los Angeles, The Dictator. He was in Cheers, The West Wing.
The ones I know are Warehouse 13.
Bless you, man.
Thanks.
Are you okay there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure? Maybe it's not. It's allergies or something.
Something like that, hopefully. Castle, something I know very well.
That's a series, no?
Yeah, these all series, the ones that I know.
Castle. What's Castle about?
Basically a famous writer, a detective writer, actually ends up helping out the detectives in real life. It's actually pretty interesting. Starring Nathan Fillion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those like gimmicky detective series, even though technically his skill is basically being rich. That and having connections.
So he's helping detective. He's a detective that helps detectives.
Well, no, he's a writer.
Oh.
So using his writing skills and his success as a successful celebrity writer, he then uses those skills to kind of help out. I would say it's a procedural, obviously. I don't want to say close to Lucifer, but at the same time, yeah, almost like Lucifer levels.
You know, I watched like this video like a few years ago. I think it was like a Nickelodeon conference thing where they were talking about like TV pitch Bibles or something like that. And they were saying like usually there's nothing new in terms of like, you know, a TV pitch. You just need to make it a bit, you just need to make it slightly different. When you look at what you were saying now,
yeah,
I think you said Lucifer and then there's Castle, nah? When you have Monk and then you have the Mentalist. It's basically the same thing where you guys are like using someone who's like an expert in something to help you guys solve crimes.
Yeah.
Numbers.
There's
Same
genres.
thing.
I think some people call it competency porn, which is a funny term.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you get a hyper competent character that helps out with the situation. So Sherlock Holmes would of course be the ultimate example of that. Yes. What you do is you break it down into procedurals, and they're all these detective things are called procedurals.
Yes.
To the point where Dr. House is also considered a procedural.
Yes.
But you follow a format, and then you'll get gimmick formats like The Mentalist, Psych, and Monk, as you said, where the guy's almost like autistic, but uses some kind of like gimmicky skill specifically. Then you have like less gimmicky ones. I would say Castle is tied to the more less gimmicky ones, like NCIS.
Or numbers.
Yeah.
What's numbers?
Exactly. Scorpion would be like tied to more of the hyper competent gimmicky ones, like Monk, where there's a skill that no one has, kind of thing, and you're kind of almost using magic to solve the situation. I think would Forever fall under that? I think it would. And then you get the ones where they're using more, I guess you'd say, general knowledge to win, if you know what I mean. So like Law and Order and stuff like that. I would say Castle falls more into that group, because I wouldn't say that the skills that he has are superhuman. It's just money and connections.
Yeah, that's why I'm also using numbers, because the guy's a mathematician, and it's not like you can't get another mathematician in that regard to help you with that, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it just seems like at a point, those were I don't know if it was because of CSI, but at a point, it's like police procedurals were everywhere, though.
Definitely.
Yeah. But anyway, Yeah, I think we can get into it, man. I think
Yeah.
we covered as much as we possibly can with the cast. It's just that the other Americans, I don't know.
No, they're fine.
Yeah. You guys will have to forgive us.
Yeah. Okay.
You sure you're okay, man? Should we continue?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Let us make it through.
All right.
Yeah, cool. And the opening image is of a deathly bright sun of the desert. So I sort of change the lighting. There we go. It pulls back into a pyramid and then back into a sphinx, which is actively under construction, meaning that we're in the past.
Yeah.
The whole thing is CG and has aged not great.
Yeah.
It looks PS3 at best, but there appear to be some real stuff inside of it. Some of it doesn't look, not all of it looks that fake. Like the horses riding, I thought that was pretty cool. We get a voiceover of the situation of Imhotep's past and his transgressive love with Aksu Namun, which gets found out the moment we learn that it was transgressive. Despite the amazing CGI, despite the unfortunate CGI, the sets are absolutely incredible. The makeup design is incredible. Like the whole body paint, oh Jesus. Like that is PG.
I think, no, I just got the feeling that not necessarily here, a bit forward. It just seems like they were highly inspired by like your Lawrence of Arabia and Spartacus of the day. Because it does look like that old Hollywood set piece and props thing. You know, for me, it looks a bit fake to a certain extent.
Really? Really?
Yeah, it does. But I guess at the same time, I get it. It's like old school Hollywood, but it seems deliberate at the same time. So I'm not mad at it.
All right.
Like when you look at something like, there's a movie called Samson versus Hercules.
Yeah.
And when Samson and Hercules are fighting, you can clearly see this is like Hollywood set pieces, but it works for what it is, and I think there's an art to it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, I agree with you, man. I think. Okay. Well, no, I hear what you're saying. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
People across the planet vanish for 168 hours with no recollection of the phenomena. With no one knowing what happened, the media, the government can do nothing, and so life carries on quickly. A month later, in a Japanese apartment, Paige discovers Jin, an old friend who was supposed to be dead. But unlike every other person who'd disappeared, he remembers. There's a pending change that will never leave the world the same. But first, Jin, Paige, Naya, and Drake are in the crosshairs of bigger forces, and a mystical veil that separated humanity from death has started to tear and to survive the night. Jin will have to go to war.